Hello and welcome to Quantum Spells Introduction Workshop. Hello, I'm Chirasree Banerjee from India, Kolkata. I am a quantum integration therapist specialized in work intelligence expansion. I'm an entrepreneur, the founder of the company Quantum Dynamic 8. Quantum Dynamic 8 is a holistic e-learning school and a service providing portal. So, what is a spell and how does it work, and whether I teach spells or not? And also, I've had inquiry about the tarot course. So, I am going to be talking about everything in this workshop. Thank you for joining in. And it'll not be a long workshop, it'll be for half an hour. So, it'll be till 6:30. And thank you to all of you who are joining in again from the manifestation workshop. It went on for a pretty long time, and for all of you who stood back and stayed for like all the way for 3 hours, thank you for that. It really means like a lot, like loads to me. I cannot really express in words. So thank you. So what exactly is a spell? So we all know that everything around us is an illusion. So when we say that that person has casted a spell over there, and we tend to just say this thing like, okay, he casted a spell on her and she's all in love with him. We've said things like this. What we're trying to say is that there is a spell, there is a magical reality that has been casted here where your vision has transmuted to see through the illusion to ultimately see a reality which you have spelled to see. So you have casted a spell to spell it to transmute the vibration of the reality to a state of consciousness where everything has formulated to become what you were seeking for. So everything around is an illusion. Everything is in a fluid liquid state. And because everything is in a fluid liquid state, nothing really exists. Everything is in nothingness. So a spell is conjuring the energy frequencies to cluster together to formulate a frequency and shift us to a vibration frequency where we choose to be. So there are various kinds of spells. So there are various kinds of witches also. So we have divination witch, we have green witch, we have sea witch, we have cosmic witches, we have herb witches, the most common one, herb witches. Then we have traditional witchcraft, dark witch, white witch. So amidst all of this, there is a newer version of witchcraft, which is quantum witchcraft. And quantum field is all about vibration. So everything is energy in quantum field, and everything has a particular vibration. And by changing our vibration and going to a particular vibration, we can attract the reality of that vibration. The spells I do, I have had received like marvelous responses, ton loads of success stories. And the reason is because in my spells, though my spells are not at all much costly, they only are available for 555 rupees only. So per spell, it's only 555 rupees. So what I do is that whatever your situation is, so you have suppose come to me because you want to attract more money. So whatever your current situation is, I'll first bring up that energy, then I will shift that energy to a zone in between where you're in a middle path to ultimately transcend to the frequency of your desire. And after shifting you there, I will energize that frequency further to finally take you to the desired frequency. So the spell I do there, basically, whatever frequency you are at, you automatically shift to another frequency. So quantum spell is a spell by the virtue of its you shift to another frequency. There are Other things I make use of in my spells, like I also make use of crystals. I'm a Reiki master, a Reiki level 4 master, so I tend to use Reiki also. I have done light key modalities, so I apply light key modalities also. I have my own modality, which is quantum key. So I apply quantum key modalities also. So I apply a lot of modalities to energize and charge my spells. Along with that, I keep buying more and more crystals and essential oils. Sometimes I charge it with essential oils also. I further make use of oracle cards for my spells. Some witches would use angel witches, like angel therapy has witchcraft in it too. Like spell casting is a part of angel therapy also, angel spell casting. So angel spell casters make use of, I've also done angel spellcasting course. That's why I'm aware. So angel spellcasters make use of coins, tarot cards, candles, and then with the virtue of intention and invoking angels, they do the shift. At times, I do call upon fairies and angels. So I work with the fairy realm and the angelic realm and the ascended masters realm. So depending on the spell I invoke, who I'm guided to invoke, most of the time I might be invoking Jesus Christ because I work with him. He's the ascended master who I work with most of the time whenever I'm doing any soul level work, whenever I'm doing any clearing. I usually invoke his energy, or maybe I will be invoking any ascended master's energy to energize and pray for the pray for the spell that I'm casting. I usually spend quite a lot of hours on a particular spell before I send it out to my client, because I just want to give all the time and energy to one spell, and literally unless and until I feel from within that it's done and I feel that flow, I do not send it across. So a lot of times what happens is that, like right now I have, I think, over 17, 18 spells pending. So a lot of times what is happening is that I might be taking time to send you the spell, and I am taking time because it's just the guidance that I follow, and naturally by the virtue of guidance I just flow. So if I'm not guided to cast a spell at this point, and if I just go ahead and do it for the sake of work, the energy I'll be putting in would not that be much. So yes, the power of intention plays like the most pivotal role in quantum spells or any kind of quantum work. The power of intention is one of the most important aspects when it comes to quantum field. So a lot of you had asked me about the tarot course also. So yes, the tarot course is in discount right now. So it is not just a tarot course, it's a tarot course. As in, I teach reading from Rider White. Then there is cartomancy, that is, you learn to read with playing cards. Then there is money mastery course, and that, so there are two courses. One is in Hindi and one is in English. The English one is a PDF one, and it only includes tarot, cartomancy, and money mastery. The Hindi one, along with that, includes a video of each and every card. Like there are plethora of videos, and there are videos describing each and every card. Along with that, there's assistance as in how you can do pick a card reading. There's assistance for business. So the Hindi course, it has video plus PDF, and the English one just has the PDF. Both are certified courses, and I have a portal for all my students where all of them are added. And usually, when there's a lot of rush, I tend to share the group link with the client, or if somebody is reaching out for a reader to me, I tend to go ahead and tell them, like, okay, you can work with this student, that student, because it depends on which area they are looking at tarot card reader in, at times also the language of preference they have. So based on that, or the situation they prefer. So I have tarot readers in house who are specializing in say relationship, childhood healing. Then I have tarot readers in house who are really good with subconscious revering, and they have figured it out over the course. But whatever their specialty is, based on that, I almost recommend. So the recommendations are never ending because I personally don't do tarot reading because I do spellcasting coaching. So in coaching, I change your core belief. So spells or anything, whether you call it spells, switch words, energy healing, everything is an accelerator. So once you're doing the inner work, after that, to energize the inner work and accelerate the process of your manifestation, accelerate the process of your goal healing, you can go for a spell. So the main real deal is to change your core belief system. Thoughts do not create reality. That's like one of the most biggest myth I've come across, because it's your belief system that creates reality. So what you believe truly in your heart creates your reality. What you truly believe, that creates your reality. And I am somebody who can change your belief system literally in a second. Once your belief system has altered, for example, your person has blocked you. So a lot of times you get into the purging mode that this person has blocked me. I'm not very happy about it. I'm so sad about it. So this purging goes on. So once you get into that zone internally of this are happening, I basically go there, let you purge through and go to those parts where you're purging, and I start integrating those layers in my one-on-one sessions. So my one-on-one sessions are instant spell casting sessions where I go within and shift your internal core beliefs, integrate them and shift it to a state of consciousness where you experience a sense of liberation to let go and thereby call in your manifestation into your reality. So for all of you who have literally hard time believing something, there is a particular belief where you cannot really change your core belief, I will any day recommend you to go for one-on-one coaching with me. And my one-on-one coaching experiences are like magical. Anybody who's got that taste once keeps coming back to me because it is magical. And that is because I instantly shift your core beliefs. No matter where you are, your core beliefs will for sure be shifting. So there, I kind of shift you from a state of consciousness and take you to another state of consciousness. So once you are transcending from a state of consciousness to another state of consciousness, in that phase, when you are casting spells or doing energy healing work, the process of your transcendental shift would be accelerating up much more higher. Right now, for COVID, my one-on-one sessions are a massive discount. I'm offering 1 hour one-on-one session for only 2,000 rupees and 5 sessions for only 5,000 rupees and 17 sessions for pretty much a huge discount of 14,444 rupees only. And the point of inner work is that your belief system changes. And once that permanent foundation has been integrated in your belief system, you can manifest any reality. So a lot of times I've heard law of attraction teachers talk about it, vibrational coaches talk about it, that if you don't believe in something, there's a lot of lesser point of chance of that working with for you. For example, if you don't believe in Reiki, people say that there's a lesser percentage of chance of it working for you. I do not completely agree to it because no matter what, where you are, even if you've never done inner work, when the person who's casting a spell or is sending you Reiki or sending you any form of healing modality, if that person's belief system is well integrated, if that person who's doing the work, their belief system is well integrated, their belief system's integration impacts the story of your reality. So the point is that when you have been stuck in a situation and you really want to shift out of that zone, you really need to alter your belief system. So all at once, if you go in and try to alter your belief system, it might just get overwhelming. So a lot of times we do it in parts by parts. So you can say spells are parts. So there are phases of your healing. Whenever you're healing, there are layers and phases. In each phase, there will be a point where you really need an energetic shift. That energetic shift can be energized by any healing modality, spell casting, or anything that energizes and accelerates that momentum. So, having to be into spell casting and integration, what else I do to energize? So, a lot of times I will go to my other colleagues who have other healing modalities and I will take that healing modality from them, or I'll go to my colleagues who have switch words or crystals or stones. I will go to them and ask them to energize the process. So I literally believe in co-creation and I believe in energizing a process. And it's just not that one method that is amazing. Every method is amazing, and I am fond of every possible method because I really, really respect knowledge. And I really, really respect this field because I grew up being connected to the universe so much that I really, really respect this field. So this is my wand. This is my magical wand, with which a lot of times I cast spell. Then these are my beads, with which I a lot of times cast spell. And yesterday, thanks to Sana, I have rose quartz coin with numbers. So it's like rose quartz charged with numbers and has like an amazing smell of essential oil. So then I usually use this also to charge up my cards. So then I have crystals to charge up, and then I work chakra wise. So I have crystals for various chakras. So there are various things I use to energize my spell. And at times I do use kitchen products. I'm not a kitchen witch, but at times I'm really pulled from within. But the kind of products I make use of are purely based on what I am guided to do from within. And it completely depends on my intention. And spell is more like a placebo effect. So placebo effect is if you think that, okay, I'm going to be going to a mandir and doing puja and then I'm going to pass my exam. That's placebo. Nocebo is I'm going to take that vaccine and I'm going to die. Nocebo effect. So spell is more of a placebo effect. So even quantum jumping. Quantum jumping is a method by, or quantum leaping is a method by which you take 2 glasses of water. So in one of the glasses, one of my most favorite methods. So to manifest, all of you can do it. You basically have to take 2 glasses of water, like 2 glasses basically, empty glasses and a bottle. So the first empty glass, there you have to stick a note of what you don't want. For example, you are manifesting 50 billion rupees. So in the first cup, you're right, I do not have 50 billion rupees. And then you're writing like, I do not have 50 billion rupees, like sad. So you're sticking it in the first cup. And then you're taking another note where you're writing, I have 50 billion rupees, like very happy. You're sticking it in the second cup. Now you take water and now you're pouring water in the first cup, very sad, like, oh, I do not have 50 billion rupees. So from the first cup, you will now transfer the water to the second cup, like, I have 50 billion rupees. And then you drink that water, like, oh my God, I have 50 billion rupees. And this shifts to you to that vibrational frequency where you are having 50 billion rupees. So this is another method of how you shift to a particular vibration. There are more methods of how you can particularly shift to a vibration, and songs can also act like spell in your life. How? So if you're really connected, suppose you're connected to some ex of yours whom you really want should come back in your life. So someone out there who you really want. should come back to your life, there was some song that you would listen to which would make you recall your good memories. So when you are listening to that song, a part of you will feel like you've moved into that phase, moved into that dimension where you guys were already together. So once you get into the dimension of live in the end, energize more, accelerate it up more by maybe listening to the song again and again, or doing anything that keeps you pushing further to that dimension and continue to be present in that dimension as long as you desire to. That's also a way you can shift to a particular vibration. So spell is basically a tool which takes you from a particular vibration to another vibration of your preference, bridging the gap between the vibrations by casting a spell and enhancing the possibilities to release anything on the way, to evaporate it up so that the veil thins, and from this reality to desired reality, anything that is fogging to see that, the fog vanishes and the reality is visible to one another. So there are various ways. Again, you can cast spells with candles. Now each candle has a different unique meaning attached to it. For every different spell, you have to use different kind of candles. Then there are herbs that are like, there are variant kinds of herbs for witchcraft and for cooking. Like if you're a kitchen witch, so if you're using cooking equipments, cooking items, then you can use literally variant kind of items, even pulses. A lot of witches make use of pulses. So it just doesn't matter what are you making use of. What truly matters is the power of intention, and the stronger your intention is, the stronger you are into this. The closer it is to your heart, the more effective it is. Anybody can cast a spell, yes. Informations are available all over the internet, and I do teach spell casting and manifestation, but it's a one-on-one course. Why it's a one-on-one course? The reason is that where you are in your mindset with manifestation and the kind of blocks you have and the kind of issues you have with manifestation, another person might not have that. So if I am not aware of where you are, if I'm just blabbering out and telling you about manifestation, and individually there is a part of you which cannot believe in something, that part of you has not integrated that aspect. So having to integrate every aspect in you, having to bring you to a state of alignment, I make you a manifestation magnet and teach. So that is why my manifestation course and spellcasting course is one-on-one. All my courses are certified, and all my courses generate leads. And that is because I prefer to be that way, because QD was created as a holistic e-learning school, and there aren't really much schools who are providing leads and certification together. So QD8 stands apart that way to provide leads and certification both. More to that, I have a YouTube channel, and I often at times go ahead live with my students on my YouTube channel, and I have discussion for those who are interested or in the profession for pretty long time. I often at times go ahead on YouTube and we have collaboration and discussion and chat. And I'm the most chill out and friendly teacher you'll ever find. So don't feel hesitant to reach out to me if you are full to reach out to me. So that was some informations about what basically spells are and how they can add up as acceleration. So I would love to receive your questions. So if you all have any questions, please ask. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. So if you all have any questions, you all are free to ask. The one here has questions. And I've also shared my free chakra balancing and angel therapy course. And there you will learn a lot of details about the angels and how you can invoke the angels, which angel is for what, and what is that angel connected to, which chakra that angel is connected to. In fact, you can invoke the chakra points by chanting and energize too. That's another method of energizing and acceleration. So, anyone has any questions? So, if you all have any questions, please feel free to ask. I have covered more or less most of them, and yes, you can also cast a spell with Bible and Gita too. Like, for example, there is some, like, back when Jesus Christ was present, and there were people who had a lot of satanic energy in them. Jesus would simply say that Satan, leave, and the person would come back to a state of normalcy. Jesus was naturally talking to the essence of God present in them and connecting to the essence of God present in them and invoking the God and talking to the God. So Bible has the capacity to release, like a lot of times when somebody comes to me for spell removal, I will first read the Bible and then I'll start. Because if you are having any energy where something has to be casted out of your energy or putting you into new vibration, reading the Bible verse is like the greatest way to release any spell or also take you to a vibration. Spell is not dark in nature. It's a myth that spell is dark in nature because it's not. And there's actually nothing right and wrong because every desire and everything comes to you because God puts that desire in us. So everything is actually connected, and religions have really not supported witchcraft or a lot of aspects of spirituality, divination, and studies, and a lot of parts had been taken away out of Bible too. But there were secrets of the quantum field, secrets of quantum healing, which used to be present prior to this, because Jesus Christ was somebody who used to do molecular integration and molecular healing, and having to be a Christ soul and a Christ consciousness student, I develop that frequency and develop that understanding to integrate and understand the healing work on a quantum level, on a molecular level, because I chose to work with him as my ascended master. So, spell is not unholy. That's like one of the biggest myth, that spell is unholy. So, for all of you who are wondering and who will be watching this replay on YouTube of how you can contact me, my contact number is 628-906-7926. And for all those watching on YouTube, you will find it in the description box below. And for all of you, I'll be sharing it in the group, so you all will be seeing my number already from where I share. So if you want a spell casted, definitely go ahead and take that experience. And if you want to go ahead and change your belief system, there's a part of you where you just cannot believe something. You've tried a lot, you just cannot believe it. I assure you, one session even will shift you to a state of consciousness where you have experienced that amazing transcendental shift where your core belief system has transmuted altogether completely. So the key to manifest anything, the key to have anything out of magic is to change your belief system. If we can't believe in something, God surely cannot give us that, because God really loves us a lot and God does not want us to have heart attacks. So if you are think of 50 crore and it just comes in front, you will be scared. So that is why you need to do tapasya and then reach a state when you are ready to receive instant manifestation. And this is where our forefathers and the yogis like Paramahansa Yogananda and Lahiri Mahasaya was in. Lahiri Mahasaya and Paramahansa Yogananda are more ascended masters who I work with. So they could just meditate and ask for apple and ask for something and it will just come. And that is because their belief system has become so strong that when that happens, it does not trigger them. They do not get scared. They do not question. Is it really possible? Is it going to happen? That is the question answer mode. So is it happening? Is it happening? Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? No, it's not happening. We call it the question answer mode. After question answer mode, we reach a state of basking in the glory of oneness. So you're like, okay, it might happen, it happens, it happens, it happens. Okay, it's possible. I'm trying to believe it. It's like I'm trying to assimilate it that it's happening. After you're assimilating and understanding that it's happening, we move into a state of affirmativeness, which is like we start to actually affirm like, okay, it's happening, I'm believing it, I'm believing it, I'm believing it. With this, you complete the phase one of manifestation. Then we shift to phase two of manifestation, which starts with after, oh, it's happening, it's happening. Then you reach that, okay, everything around, good or bad, whether something is happening in your favor or not, everything is actually supporting you, everything is in your favor, and everything is ultimately taking you to the dimension where your manifestation has already come true. So after that, you reach a state of gratitude, like, thank you, God. I know you are here, you are doing it. I completely trust. This is kind of gratitude and trust before surrender. So then you get into a zone of, okay, I trust, I trust, I trust. Then you come into a zone of, all right, now I can completely surrender. And I give up and I surrender. I understand there's a higher power, higher force, and I surrender. After you surrender, you automatically align with the inspired action frequency, where you're taking automatic inspired action. You realize everybody is pushed out, everybody is you pushed out, you are the god of your reality. It's all happening here, and God is processing everything through you. So you trust to start, and you realize that everything is happening as me. After that as me stage, you automatically get into the zone that it has happened and I'm already living in the end. I'm already in that zone where it has already happened and it's happening now. The happening now gap. But with me, when you work, we go to the state where of happening now. I ask you, how much can you believe that it's happening? The place where you can't believe and the amount of belief you have, I integrate those two zones and I clear all the resistance. So that's my specialty, to clear your resistances and to shift your core belief systems. So I start integrating them unless and until the two perspectives have become one, because we are all one. I mean, wherever there is an underlying belief system of this won't happen, that won't happen, this way it won't happen, that way it won't happen. If you come and cast a spell and then go on purging it, this won't happen, that won't happen, I can assure you that the impact of the spell will be not as strong as you were expecting it to be. When you are constantly purging, like this won't happen, that won't happen, that really pushes away your manifestation. So, no matter what the situation is, the part of you which cannot believe, it is to integrate that new belief in that part which cannot believe. So there's a part which is like, it won't happen, this is over forever. You have to go on clearing the resistances to integrate in that zone that it's happening. So when the integration is happening, that it's happening, that integration takes place, There's a lot of code layer by layer resistances that has to be integrated, and I specialize in integrating those layer by layer resistances. And when those layer by layer resistances have been worked upon, any spell, any magic work, anything can work on you, and you will see miracles after miracles in your immediate reality. And that can happen because of your state of belief. The power of belief and intention can change anything, literally anything. Meanwhile, I also make use of light language, a language of the soul that we realize on a soul level. So for all of those who work with me one-on-one, usually are going for long-term sessions, I also give you scripts. So based on your situation, I write scripts to you and also send you power light languages through messages for accelerating up the process when you're working with me one-on-one. So all of you wondering how does light language sound? So before we end the workshop, I'll end it with a little bit of light language. So this is a light language. I call upon this frequency to reduce the cases of coronavirus. Here na sukuma kiesi ata kiria na sihita yata lehita suone. Ini hasa kumua shayeta ma yala hisa kama shumua saki muara. Inakuma yere da mua shala yima sha sikiata. Ikaye mo sama kirina hieze makuma kiasiata. Uzuma kiare hazania sulovaya sene hanaza yeta ma yere. Umukuya sieta kialama jayete me. Aniheza kama yere adali azumuata. Inayemia na zamia nekaye muala yata zayata makaya zuje. Ahena kaza ne naza le hazami asa. Uzu washa kaya na aza kiene aja. Ana kizane anazi henaja. Azane henaja ne azane anazu da hanaja. Uma kie here hasha kani ana. Ohola kie zane hanazi ne asa. Anehenaja nehenaza mohada kie nehenaza. Alihenaza nehenopo shakanya nazua kazade. So this was a bit of how light language sounds like. So light language are also light code frequencies, and your molecules are your atom. If is your ego, your molecules are your blockages. So molecules are clusters around atoms. So clusters of blocks around your ego, and beyond your molecule, beyond your atoms, there is nothingness, right? There is fluid love, fluid reality, fluid state. It is in the essence of that fluidity. It is in the essence of air, water, essence. That intermingling of air, water, essence. God breathes into the nostrils of that reality to formulate a state of consciousness and reality, and invoke and create a reality of new formulation of a new frequency. And that's what invoking a new frequency is all about. So thank you and love and light to you all. Thank you for being a part of this amazing workshop. I'll definitely be sharing this link in the group. Thank you for joining. And it was a half an hour introduction workshop about the spells and about my services too, because I had been receiving a lot of questions. So I have shared all the details about my services, about my Hindi tarot course, about my English tarot course. And for all of you from YouTube already know that I have other courses also, like KeyCat, NLP, self-love course, and plethora of courses. So to know more about them, you'll find it in the link where, when I share the video, there will be a link in the description box. So once you go through the description box, you'll have a fair share of idea about most of my services, and also have a link to my to contact me in my Linktree. So there you will find all my books. So I have also authored 3 books. So you'll also find my books, my courses, my website link, everything is there. All the lists, my Facebook page link. I have 2 YouTube channels, so both the YouTube channels link. Everything is enlisted there, and that link you will find it in the description zone of this video where I upload on YouTube. So I'm going to be soon sharing it in the group. So thank you for being a part. And for all of you whose spells are pending, it's coming soon. You'll finally know now why it takes time, because I do not like to do half-hearted work. When I'm really pulled, I'm going to do it. I'm never going to do something that I am going to do from a place of forcing myself, because the result it will generate is halfway through. So whenever I feel good from the core of my heart, then only I take inspired actions. And I tend to give a lot of time to every spell and I'm energizing it. That's why it takes time. So please be patient. It was like there was like loads of booking from there. I have pulled it out like from 50 plus bookings. I've pulled it down to now 17. So please have patience. No, it's okay, Sonali. Thank you for joining. So please be patient. Like from 50 spells, I've pulled it down to 17 in like not even 2 weeks. So please have patience. Your spells are coming. I think Mohini are here. And who all are here? Alka is here. Monica is here. Who is like there are loads of people here whose spells are pending. So yeah, now you finally know the reason why. So be patient and keep waiting for your spell. And all of you want to, yes, Monica, you have, yes. So for all of you who are waiting, please wait. Please be patient. The spell is coming, and all of you want to book. I assure you, not before 10 days can I be starting with your spell. So it's better you book now, so that because I go list wise, if you book now, so you after the 17th, will be the 18th one and 19th one, and so on and so forth. So I request you all to book now, because then after 10 days when I'm starting it, I'll be going through that process. So thank you and love and light to you all. I've answered all the questions, and if you all have further more questions, please feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp. I am a very friendly person who tends to chat and talk or text. So I love to chat and text. So please feel free to text. So thank you for joining. Thank you for being a part of this lovely introduction workshop. Thank you. Love and light to you. Thank you.